What's up, everybody? And thank you. You have just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host tonight. I am James Yan, your favorite DEI hire for being a host. That's right. We're going to be here until Trump kicks us out. We are your nightcap of comedy, giving you what you need. If you're on your way to work, give you a couple giggles. If you're on your way home, we're going to give you some laughs. So before you have to go face that family that you love so much, we're going to give you what you need to get you through it. I'm joined in virtual studio each and every week with my brothers in comedy. First, we're going to start with the man that has a million nicknames. He never disappoints. Today, he is I'm happily married, which begs the question, what did he do wrong? I'm talking about the one, the only godfather of Orlando comedy, Mr. Ken Miller in the building. What's going on, Ken?
What's up, bro? I ain't do nothing wrong.
Okay, all right.
I had a show last night. Shout out to Don't Tell Stardust last night. Great
Okay.
show. And there was a table with these two black girls, two Spanish girls, very beautiful. And I didn't get into my wife material because
Oh,
I only had 15 minutes. So I did mostly my kid and family material.
yeah.
So I got done with the show and they said, can we buy you a shot? I'm like, no, I don't do shots. You know what I'm saying? I said, but I'll buy y'all around. Thank y'all for coming. They was the only black women there or
Yeah.
women of color. And they was like, so you single? You got any single friends? I said, ma'am, excuse me. I'm happily married. Not about to get me lumped up today. I said, bro, I was like that with my ring. Ma'am.
Hey, that's funny. It's so funny. Hey, then Michelle popped up. He sure is.
He sure is. She's like, is that your wife? No, that ain't even my wife. That's how crazy this lady is.
James popped up. He's like, don't do it. It'll be bad for all of us.
Also, that voice you hear is the man who helped start all this hilarity over 9 years ago. I am talking about the one, the only, my brother in crime, Miguel Colon. Don't you forget about the junior because he knows who his daddy is. What's going on, Miguel?
Nothing, man, James. That Waffle House we had last night was a bad choice.
It always is.
Flavor-wise, it was incredible. But what it's done to my innards this morning, man, at least 3 times I had some false alarms. It was like false contractions.
Hey, how much are you dilated?
Oh, bro, the whole thing's open, man. Yeah.
Ain't this supposed to be a clean radio show?
It's cleanish.
Yeah, we can talk about pooping, bro.
Okay. And that voice you're hearing is a friend from way back that we love, and you guys all know him because he's gone on to become a great comedian, traveling this great country with Godfrey. We talk about Akeem Woods in the building, everybody's favorite little brother. How you doing, Akeem?
What's up? How are you guys?
We great, man. Now, Akeem, thank you for being here. I know where you're at right now. It's 7:00 in the morning, and that's early. That's what we used to call faux day. So I know you up early, man. But we had to talk to you because, man, like most great battles, between Drake, Kendrick, Nas, Jay-Z, you are in the middle of a battle right now, brother. And we just wanted to see when you're gonna drop Ether. We just want to know when you're gonna drop Not Like Us. We just want to know.
I mean, at this point, it's low-key a one-way battle because I don't really have any beef towards this man.
I understand.
Like it's Corey. It's all. If you don't know, Corey is spiraling out of control.
Look,
Corey
Holcomb,
Holcomb,
don't know real quick. We'll talk about this. Corey Holcomb, you know him from back in the day, Wildin' Out. You know him from all kinds of shows and TV spots and his own podcast that he does. He seems to be going at you and your friend Godfrey, the another comedian that people all know, and we just don't understand the why behind it.
Well, here's the thing. So he's been going after gay people in general for a while. Like he's been spiraling on this wild, like homophobic, crazy ideology that like gay people run the planet. And to the point where basically he's just been he's accused. I went and counted. He's accused like over 20 black men of being gay that are comedian, like that are like various forms of entertainers, like Shannon Sharp, Will Smith.
Isn't he claiming that if you are a black man in this country in entertainment and you're doing well, that you're gay, or you did
correct?
Or you did
he legit. I counted one day and it was like 20 people. It was like 20 black men he's accused of being gay, mostly like comedians.
you know what? As I'm hearing you, and I definitely hear you, Akeem. There might be something to this though, because bro, I've been doing comedy for 24 years, and I ain't got a damn place, and I ain't never
James,
had
you
one.
wear panties on stage, dog.
Hey.
Stay quiet for a minute. Let stay out this conversation, bro. All right, man.
But
Chill
I
for a
never went all the way. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, Akeem, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, point me in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, point me in the right direction, because I'm actually gay and I'm not famous. Like, I mean, I've been on TV a few times, but like, I'm not. So basically, I've always thought it was a weird obsession. So fast forward, I'm a regular on a few podcasts, but one of them is Godfrey's, and they were talking about something that happened with Corey. Like there was like a show that he did, because he's headlining some tour, and there was a show that he did, and people were like walking out of the show, and that was like a viral thing. So that we talked about it on the podcast. Yeah. And Godfrey and Dante, the two other people on the podcast, basically were like, hey, that's, sometimes people walk out of shows. Sometimes these shows are really long, especially like an all-black show. It's going to start late, blah, blah, blah. So we just started talking about that. And then they asked my opinion on it, because, I'm and I told them my opinion. My opinion was, I don't care about Corey. I think Corey's funny. I even said it in the initial video. I'm like, I think Corey's funny. I'm like, my only issue with Corey, and it's not even an issue, it's just weird. I don't know why a 56-year-old man is concerned about who's gay and who's not. I'm like, and then I'm like, yo, he's called everybody on this podcast gay except for the one person who's gay. Like, what do we do? What do we do? So I said that, and Godfrey laughed, and Dante laughed, and then we moved on to do the rest of the episode. Like, it was maybe 15 minutes of the episode was about that topic, and then we went on to talk about random and other things for the rest of the episode. So that got back to Corey, and he got offended, and immediately, rather than address me or my question, which was, why do you care who's gay, instead of addressing me, he just immediately went in on Godfrey, and he called him gay again, because that's like his go-to thing. And they had a back and forth, which was so stupid, because I'm like, bro, it's 2025. If Godfrey was gay, he'd just be gay. Like,
at this point, right?
He wouldn't be in the closet. Like, it's at this point, it's like, so the next week, I was on the podcast by myself, because Dante, the normal co-host, Dante, was out of town. So I'm on the podcast by myself, and we bring up the Corey beef, because at this moment, everyone's DMing Godfrey and asking him, what's going on with you and Corey, blah, blah, blah. So we bring the beef back up, and Godfrey didn't watch the video, because Godfrey don't really watch stuff like that. So I was telling him what happened, and the sound guy, his name's Mike, in the sound booth that like runs the audio for the show.
Yeah, sound guy.
Yeah, he was like, he was like, hey, he's like, I actually printed out a transcript of what Corey said, and then I was like, yo, let Godfrey read it. So they gave it to Godfrey, and he impersonated Corey Holcomb reading Corey insulting Godfrey.
I saw this.
Yeah, that went viral.
Of course,
because it's hilarious.
It was dead on, man.
Yeah, it was an amazing impersonation. So he did the video. I'm in the back dying laughing. It goes viral. Then this is where it gets like messy. So then the May 2nd, I'm in, where am I at? I'm in St. Pete doing a Pride show with T.S. Madison, and I get a call. I get a call, and it's Dante, and Dante's like, "Yo, I have Corey on the other line. Do you want to talk to him?" And I'm like, "Sure, I don't have a problem with Corey."
Oh, this is good.
So he three-way calls us in.
Oh, his first three-way.
Yeah. the most uneventful three-way I've ever been on. And
I've been there, brother.
He three-way calls us in, and immediately Corey starts, I think Corey has such a inaccurate view on gay people. I think he was under the impression that, like a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of old Black people have this notion that all gay people are very effeminate and weak and this, that, and the third.
Yes.
So I think he was under the impression that he would get me on the phone and I would like cower and apologize or something, which one, there's nothing to apologize for. I didn't say anything bad. I asked you a question. And two, we're both grown men. I'm a Black dude too. I grew up in the hood too. Like, what are we doing? So
come on, Orlando, baby. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, and also I lived in the South Central for 4 years. So like I'm not like intimidated by people like
Who
that.
thinks they're gonna out talk a gay dude on the phone? Like, I got
Exactly.
you, you know?
I don't know.
I'll show you, yeah.
So
Sassy ass.
so he calls me and we're chatting. And at first he's like, "Yo, man, you gotta keep my name out your mouth, and you're talking reckless and wild and blah blah blah." So he ranted for like maybe 6 or 7 minutes.
Got it.
And I stopped her. I'm like, "Listen, Corey. One, I don't got no beef with you. I've never met you before. We never met each other." I'm like, my whole point was, I don't know why a 56-year-old dude is so obsessed with who's gay and who's not. I'm like, it's weird. It screams insecurity. So I'm not sure why you keep asking people who's gay. It's stupid. And so then we went back and forth with that. And then I said, I'm like, "Yo, Corey, you don't understand. You're spreading a lot of hate." And then he got mad. He's like, "Yo, I don't spread hate. That's not my thing. This, that, and the third." And I'm like, whether you're doing it intentionally.
Wait. That's not Corey's thing?
I mean, yeah, we all know that he's made a career off of it. But
okay, I was confused because
but I'm like, well, I'm like, if you're not doing it intentionally, that don't mean you're not doing it. I'm like, check the comments that I'm getting from your fans. None of them, it's all homophobic. It's not like they don't like me because they don't think I'm funny, which if you don't think I'm funny, that's great. I don't care. Comedy's subjective. But none of them care about the funny. They just don't like me because I'm a gay dude. And everything is them insulting me just because I'm a gay dude. So I basically told Corey, and this is the part what makes it, which makes me realize he's such a fake person. So I told Corey, I'm like, "Hey, listen, I'm like, the thing is, you're perpetuating this really negative stereotype that straight Black men and gay Black men can't be friends without it compromising the straight man's sexuality." I'm like, that's wildly untrue. It's not good for the Black community because it paints all Black people as homophobic, which is not the case. And I'm like, it's a negative stereotype. It's not true. You can be friends with a gay dude and it doesn't affect your sexuality. That's a really dumb mindset to have. So that's what I said to him. And he said, "You know what, Akeem, you make a really good point. I haven't thought about that before. You make a really good point. I would love to have you on the podcast." 5150 is like, "I'd love to have you on the podcast to discuss this. I think this is a really important talking point for the community, this, that, and the third." So that's how it was, a 30-minute conversation. That's how the conversation ended. Everything was cordial. I thought we squashed it. So I'm like, cool. In my opinion, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Phone conversation ends. Fast forward to like 2 days later. Because Corey tapes his podcast at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
So I was doing lip service with Angela Yee. We were interviewing I can't remember her name. Oh, she was so nice too. She was on Steve Harvey show.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Lavita from Steve Harvey show. She was on the
I can't think of her name too. Anyway, we were interviewing her on lip service. So nice, by the way, like the nicest person ever. She was so sweet and hilarious. She's so funny. So we were interviewing her on lip service, and then afterwards we went out to get dinner. Had some, and like it was fun. We had a little time, and then I'm walking home, and I get my DMs start blowing up because I was just in Boston the week before, and I started seeing DMs and comments, and I checked one of the DMs, someone who saw me in Boston last weekend, and they were like, "Yo, Corey's going in." And in my head, and they're like, he's talking about you. He's talking about y'all. I'm like, he must just be talking about Godfrey. Because in my head, I'm like, well, we squashed it already. So there's no way he's talking about me.
In your head, no, we're done. I already talked to him. We cool.
Exactly. So I go to click on it because he streams it live. So I go to click on it. As soon as I click on it, the first thing he says is Godfrey got a gay opener. And Godfrey has a gay opener because they sleeping together. He didn't say sleeping. He said the word that we can't say on the radio. He said, yeah, he's like, yeah, and the reason why he got a gay opener is because they
he said he like boy coochie.
Yeah, like that. So that's that's how he opened that. And I'm just sitting there. I start laughing because I'm like, this is wild. It's so wild. And what's so crazy about it, what was kind of disheartening is like, bro, we had a 30-minute phone conversation and we squashed it. So my thing is like, if you're this manly alpha man,
yeah,
why didn't you say that to me on the phone? Because all my opinions I had about you, I said to you on the phone. Yes. I said everything I was feeling about you and about how you're negative towards the gay community and this, that, and the third. I said all that to you on the phone. So if you had this weird notion that me and Godfrey were doing this and you felt this way about my come up and blah, 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 why didn't you bring any of this up? Like, that's cowardly. That's like the most cowardly thing on the planet to me. It's to talk nicely in my face and then get on your little podcast and then now all of a sudden you look a sassy gossiping queen.
Oh, okay.
So
hey, I will say this to wrap this up, Akeem. Thank you for being here with us, brother. What is the next thing you're going to do to address this? Because I know you have to address it because it just keeps coming up.
Yeah, I made a video that's coming out sometime next week. I did it at Gas Digital, which is like the studio we use to tape the podcast. I made a video addressing it. I don't know if Godfrey's gonna address it anymore because I just don't think because Godfrey just doesn't care because he's
not gay. Yeah,
he's not gay because here's the thing: if he was gay, why would he have a gay opener knowing that people have that dumb mindset that you can't have gay? It doesn't make any sense. And also, what people fail to realize, what Corey failed, like what so many points that he misses, like one, Godfrey has 3 other openers. They're all straight men. I'm the only gay person who tours with it. So he has 3 other openers. Artie Fuqua opens for him, Mike James opens for him, and Dante Nero opens for him. None of them are gay.
You need to do a diss track like Pox hit him up. Just start out. That's why I effed your dad, you old mother effer.
Okay, wow. All right. on that note, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Akeem, thank you. Where can people follow you on your social media? Because you have great social media, my friend. You're very funny.
Thank you. You can follow me at AkeemWoods.com, AKEEM Woods. The Instagram is also Akeem Woods, AKEEM Woods. Next week, I will be in the Milwaukee Improv with my friend Ashley Gavin, who's also gay. So I slept with her to get the gig.
Hey,
that's how I'm so successful. I'm sleeping with her, Angela Yee, Tiffany Haddish, Ida Rodriguez. I'm sleeping with all of them because I work with all of them.
Oh, y'all are nasty.
go to AkeemWoods.com to get tickets to my upcoming shows. Oh, I'm in DC in September too. I just added a headline weekend in September, 17th and 18th at the DC Comedy Loft.
We appreciate you, Akeem. Please keep us abreast of what's going to happen as this thing unfurls. It keeps going with you and Corey, man. I hope this thing gets squashed soon, man, because I hate seeing.
I do too, because I think it's just like, bro, he's so childish. So we'll see what happens.
All right, brother. You be good, be safe. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Real Laughs. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio. We are your nightcap of comedy, joining virtual studio with Ken Miller, aka I'm Happily Married, and Miguel Colon. Don't you forget about the junior because he knows who his daddy is. We just were talking to Akeem Woods and his beef with Corey Holcomb, another comedian. Don't understand what the beef is. Yes, Akeem is gay. That's not a reason to hate him. There are so many other reasons you can hate Akeem. No, I'm just joking. We love Akeem. That's not too. That's not too. But I hope they squash that soon. I hate seeing our people fight for no reason, especially doing it in front of people, man. Don't do that. But we were talking earlier about the fact that Ken did a Don't Tell show. Now, Don't Tell, if you don't know, is a social media giant as far as people doing these shows that move every single month and week in different cities, never in the same place. And you never know who's going to be there at the show. You just go to the show and you see some great comedians. Now, Ken, you just did the one in Orlando. Was that right?
Yeah. Shout out to Shaw Smith and Jari Knows. They both run them. They're all in different places. I know Miguel has done a few. I don't know if you've done any yet, James.
I've not done one yet. I haven't.
James, you're old, man. You're doing them old people making a lot of money shows. You whack.
I am.
You're like,
I know.
I'll get thousands of dollars due to a cruise ship. That's gay in the bad gay way, not the Akeem gay way. Okay, not the good gay way that we all agree with. The old gay way. You need to get out there and diversify.
Hey, Miguel, James don't want to come do 15 minutes for 100. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
for a cool 100.
In front of a cool young audience.
Yeah.
Go play in front of the lynch mob that you go. Yeah, James Young audience. Yeah, James Young be performing for the vampires and sinners. You know.
Yo, what that pay? Who booked that?
James be like, they be like, so can we come in the show? No. You can't come. Well, how you gonna do labs? You can do labs outside. Right here in the doorway.
My cousin BJ, when we were kids, he had this famous line because, like back in the day, there was door-to-door salesmen and stuff like that. And me and him, when we were like 17 years old, we lived on our own. And so BJ, the door-to-door salesman sometimes would knock on the door and be like, well, may I come in? And BJ would always be like, well, if you can come in, then come in. That was his anti-vampire line. Well, if you can come in, then come in. And he would just stare. I said, what is that? He said, hey, dog, if they vampire, I just got him. Well, if you can come in, then come in.
Would the salesman kind of just
they would stare? And one time a dude was like, I swear to you, he had this product called Mama's Bees Pump It Off. It was a cleaning product. And the guy goes, well, I'm not coming in without an invite. And BJ just closed the door. He's like, nope. Not gonna have you in the house, Nosferatu.
I'm not falling for that trick. Nah, bro.
A white vampire tried to come in and sell us some cleaning stuff, but he got to wake up pretty early in the morning to get one of our BJ Hawkins.
It's daylight and he's standing there like,
he's daylight. He's standing there. We've known him for years. I'm like, that's Kenny. Yeah, that was Kenny. Now it's a Dracuvine.
Man, but it was a good man. Don't tell's a good man. But earlier in the week, bro, I did a show at the Funny Bone, man, opening for I can't remember buddy name, but he was on AGT. He's like a comedy. He's an engineer, like computer guy, so he does these funny slideshow type things.
My son knows him because he's an engineer. Yeah.
Now, and y'all know we owe everything wrong with us, bro. So I got acid reflux. I got GERD like real bad.
Yeah,
and it'll just pop up out of nowhere. And I have the, you know what I mean? Like the phlegm in the throat, bro, mid joke. I'm like, yo, who here? I was like, what? I was like, what in the, I'm just coughing and the audience is dying laughing. I think they think it's part of the joke. And all I hear is Dwayne in the back say, yo, this N-word dying on stage. This N-word, this really about to die on stage. And I cut the joke and just do my merch pitch. And I get up out of there. I'm walking off stage choking. Dwayne get on stage, yo, give it up for Ken. This N-word was really up here about to die.
Hey,
y'all just laughing.
Mind you, he ain't helped. He ain't got no assistance.
Ain't pat me on the back or nothing.
Hey, Dwayne, as you dying, Dwayne's on your Instagram page looking at where you booked next week. And he's like, hey, man, y'all hear about Ken? What a tragedy. Anyways.
And he died and he gay. Yeah. Just throw that in there now.
Yeah.
Everybody
and I can't defend myself because I'm dead.
That's right.
Well,
and then if you try to defend yourself, be like, man, I'm not gay. Be like, why would that matter? Wow, Ken. Wow. Wow.
Really, bro? That's what you want?
Hey, dog, real talk, man. But to go back to the Don't Tell in the show from Tuesday, we've had this conversation. People who pay tickets are the best crowds on the planet, dog.
No doubt.
They're just great. That Tuesday show, doubt. I'm talking about, man, you could have sipped water and they start laughing.
Yep.
Like 245 people, all paid tickets. Don't Tell is a paid ticketed show. You got to have a membership and pay to get to them shows. And they just are there for comedy, bro. Man, when you pay for the room, just know at least two people fighting.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna have a baby during your set.
Hey, sometimes when this is a papered show, guys, papered means the improv, the club, or whatever, the Funny Bone. They reach out to past guests and they tell them, "Hey, we've got some tickets for you if you want to come out." And they do that to just pack a room out show. But when you have a paper show, it's the characters that are going to be there. Every paper show has that dude who's like, "Hey man, I'm funnier than you.
Yeah,
I'm funnier than you."
He came
to the comedy show. Man. He came to the comedy show with the thought that I'm a say something funny, and then the comedian is gonna like me, and then now I'm gonna be a comedian. Like that's his mindset. He comes.
People don't do that with other. They don't do that with other jobs, man. They don't come and sit courtside and like, "Hey, dog, give me the rock."
Hey,
give me the rock. Ain't nobody watching a porno like you want. Hey, watch me take it. You know, put my legs behind my head right now, dog. Watch what Ron Hightower. Watch what I do. You know,
I went to go see Cats. I was like, hey, I could do this. To be or not to be.
Yeah,
put your ass down.
Hey, I'm sitting there at the hospital eating the hospital chicken fingers, dipping them, talking to the doctor like, I'm gonna help you with this surgery. I'm gonna say something, and then we're gonna go back and forth, man.
Hey, I do a stitch, you do a stitch.
You do a stitch,
You do a stitch. I got this.
Hey, so which one is the scalpel?
Yeah.
And when do I yell clear? Like, tell me, right?
Oh, I can't go up and be a doctor? You gay. Got him.
Got him. Yep. Look at him. Mm-hmm.
Yo, man. So I got one more tonight, and then I got a Don't Tell tonight, and then Sunday night. Y'all know we record these shows early, but Sunday night I got a Mother's Day show in Sebring.
You doing a Mother's Day show,
man?
Nice. Yeah, man. It was the money. The money was good, and I asked Shauna.
Yeah, it has to be.
You know, you don't mind him. She was like, of course, she's like, I don't care. And this is like 3 months ago. And then now she's like, so what we doing for Mother's Day? I'm like, comedy. Who authorized that?
Who authorized that? Sound like Michelle. Who authorized that?
I was like, you did. She's like, I don't remember that. I said, we had a whole conversation. She's like, from now on, you need to text me this so I can have it in writing because I don't remember telling you could do a comedy on Mother's Day.
That's where I'm at now.
And I told her how much I was making. She's like, all right, well, we could get over it.
Yeah. That's all you got to tell me, baby. Give me the numbers, but you hold the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can get over it. Yeah,
I love you're talking about authorized, man. I would just on the side note. I love when I listen to James and Michelle talk on the phone because when James and Michelle talk on the phone, Michelle sounds like this sweet. She's like, "Hey, baby," and James is like, "Hey, honey," and then also the whole car ride when they're talking on the phone, I'm like, they're gonna start sex talking, aren't they? I'm always a little nervous. I'm like on my phone, just looking at some stuff, and he's like, "I had a good night, baby." She's like, "Kind of lonely without you," and I'm just like, "Hey, y'all know I'm in the car," and Michelle goes, "Oh, I know."
Yep.
He breathing all heavy in the corner. It's doing something for me and James. I look over. James already got a luchador mask on. He's like,
a luchador, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah, but Michelle always sounds so sweet on the phone, and I'm like, but that's not. I know Michelle. She's a bad person. You know,
she told that all the time.
I tell it to the face, you're a bad person, Michelle. You're mean and cruel and will destroy people.
Yeah.
But she'll be on the phone. You guys had a good show. Jay's like, yes, we did. And then I just imagine he's like, but I did take a show for like $30 because I want to help a friend. And she'd be like, you a punk ass mother. Who authorized this, huh? Put him on the phone right now. Hangs him up. Hey, Jari, Michelle wants to talk to you. You ever make a deal with my baby and you'll come through me? There'll be hell on the streets.
Hey, the new show is called Don't Tell Michelle.
Yeah.
I love my baby. But you said these shows are absolutely wonderful, though, Ken. You said
they're great. They're every Don't Tell I've ever done. They're a great show. And I know. And the money ain't the best, but you're doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
True.
The most I've done is 20. You know what I mean? Actually, I did 30 one time, but that was in South Florida. But that gig also paid a lot better.
Okay.
But if it's a weekend, you ain't doing nothing, and you just want to, honestly, it's just a hang for us.
That's
you know what I mean? Like
that's what
it was. Me, Jari, Kevin Dean, and Ash got to hang out after the show at Stardust and had some drinks. You know what I mean? So And if you want, if it's a good time to work on new material, you know what I'm saying? You got a paid crowd. And I know a lot of people say, hey, don't do that. I feel like when you're a headliner, you can do that. A new comic can't do that. A seasoned headliner can come in with 10, 15 minutes of new material and work it. You know what I mean?
And make it work.
And make it work. Yeah.
And also, it's just a hot, cool, young crowd, man.
Yeah, cool, young crowd. They're always young folk, man. Having like we actually had 4 older ladies last night, and they were funny. I said I do the joke about, you know, catching my son with the girl, and you know, for the man part, I say penis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That lady said the D word, and I was like, Grandma. Jesus,
Dorothy.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. I said, I know I can, but I was trying to keep it PG-13, Grandma.
She's like, honey, I don't care if it comes out of your mouth. It's been in mine.
Okay, all right. There you go. Thank you, Blanche. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, but they are very young, good crowds.
And you never heard the dream Dr. King had about me? Yeah.
Oh my God, son. Oh, the dream Dr. King had about me.
I took his headshot.
Oh my God. He said, free that ass, free that ass. Thank God Almighty. Free that ass.
It was me, him, Mega Evers. Oh, Lord. Lord.
Oh my God. Civil rights.
Yeah. Don't tells are don't tells are like if Bonkers picked the location, but then somebody else ran the show because they're like, okay, this one, hear me out.
Yeah.
It's on an escalator going up in a parking garage. And you're like, what? And then you get there, it's 30 people on this escalator with their own drinks, like, woo! Yeah. We're here to laugh.
You're like, and you just doing your set going up there.
Yeah, you never know where Don't Tell's gonna be. One time I said, Jari, where's the show? He said, hey, where you at? I said, I'm in my bedroom. He said, come out. I like opened the door. It was 40 heads in my living room. Like, woo!
Yeah, I murdered that night. It was
bro, for real. I've never had a bad. I had one that was going shaky because they were drunk. Because if it's not at a bar, it's a BYOB, and they lit. And so I had one that was getting a little shaky, but I got them back, and then we had a good time. But it was in like a old furniture store. They took the furniture out.
It was funny.
Hey, you know, Joe Neal's looking at us like, oh, now this is cool.
Okay, on that note, we'll be right back. Got to take a short break to pay these bills. You're listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You're still listening to Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James John, your favorite DEI hire. That's correct. I'm with Ken Miller, aka I'm Happily Married, and Miguel Colon Jr. Want to remind you guys to follow us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and now YouTube. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we can't do it without you. So, hey, man, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell everybody. Go to YouTube, look up Real Laughs, like, subscribe, comment, and share all this hilarity. Also want to shout out our official sponsor. We're talking about the good people over at Kaufman and Lynn. They're your personal injury attorneys. They have been representing and winning for the good people of Orlando for 20 years. Now, Ken, you said you had something you wanted to talk to us about, brother. What's up?
Yeah, did you hear the story about the kid that ordered all the lollipops?
No.
Yeah, so apparently in Kentucky, some 8-year-old kid ordered 22 cases of Dum Dum lollipops for $4,000 off of Amazon. Yeah.
Ooh, that kid's about to make moves in school. Yeah, that kid's about to make moves. Hey. He went. Him and his homeboy been buying lollipops at the corner shop for like a year and selling them. And he was like, "Nah, man, look, I'm tired of this Mickey Ficky op. We going straight to the plug." And he was like, "We don't know anybody in Hershey, Pennsylvania. We flying out there. We meeting some heads." He came out to Hershey, Pennsylvania. The dude was sitting there in a white suit. He was like, "I like you, Ricky, I do. But how do I know you're not going to just turn your back on me the minute you get these lollipops?" He's like, "Mr. Diego, let me promise this, man. You supply me with 1,000 lollipops, and I'll be able to move them on these streets. He said, Ricky, I can't do 1,000. 50,000. He was like, 100. And that's the story of Ricky Miller, Lollipop Don, He got girls flying up there, little girls flying up there. They strapping lollipops to him.
The chest.
Yeah. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, I'm a lollipop, lollipop. He comes in the room, there's his homeboy sitting there, and he's like doing fun dip. He's like, what I tell you, man? What I tell you, you gotta stay off this stuff. Hey, man, I'm just having a little fun, baby. I'm just having a little fun. What's the use of being a lollipop Don? You can't have a little fun.
Yo.
Bro, he run the candy cartel. That's funny, man.
What's hilarious to me is these kids can't even wipe their own booty good, but they know how to order $4,000 worth of lollipop. They can't read, but they know how to go online and Amazon and click the right credit card and click the right address and click the right amount of boxes.
I have problems doing stuff like that.
Bruh, anytime I order from Amazon, Miguel, I had to look at it 15 times.
Me too.
I'm sending it to the right address.
And because here's the thing too, I have multiple addresses because I send stuff to my mother sometimes. I order stuff for the Sausage Castle under mine that I'm sending to me. So at least 33% of the time after I make the purchase, they're like, cool. So you want to send that to? I'm like, no, not there.
No,
like, that's not where I wanted to send it. Yeah.
Yo,
this dude out there, he getting them lollipops.
I would love to talk to his parents, man, like to figure out what they gonna do. Because
they got, so this was crazy. They wasn't even gonna get refunded. Amazon wasn't gonna refund them until they got on the news.
All sales were final.
Social media. And so Amazon ended up refunding their money. And the kid actually ordered 30 cases, but 8 cases, the post office returned it back because they were like, this has to be wrong.
A mistake. Yeah. Nobody.
Hey, first of all, post office, don't decide what my right or wrong purchase is. Don't be like, ain't no way he needs that much lube. You don't know my plans.
That's funny. That would be funny. Accidentally ordering 30 cases. Who ordered this? P. Diddy? Like, God damn.
Yeah.
He get the lollipops. I can imagine, man. He had that whole assembly line. He had them lollipops coming in. They're smashing them up, mixing them up with something else, reheating. He's like, I got that magic. I can make 2 lollipops into 3. You know?
He stepped on the lollipops.
Bruh. I had to, when I read the story, I really had to think. Now I know my mom has never had a credit card, but I can't never think of the time where I took my mama money and went and bought something.
No,
I can't think because like my mama never had a credit card, but I can't think of any time I ever took her cash and went out and bought a mass amount of something.
If my mama left $5 on that dining room table on her way to work, when she came home, that $5 was still there.
Yeah,
she came home. There was $7.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, this lady shot my father 3 times. What's she gonna do to me?
I was one of those kids that I was like, there's no way I'm stealing from my mom. I'm not gonna be that person. Now, come on, let's find some unlocked cars and take their change. You know,
you was a change bandit. That's funny.
Man. We were little kids. Hey, when me and my homeboy Willie were kids, we would be like, hey man, like we had this other hustle. We would take the newspaper machines. Back in the day, you used to buy newspaper machine. We would take it and flip it upside down and just start shaking it.
Yeah.
And all the change would come pouring out of it. And then we would just sit there. We would just be like, all right, man, cool. Come on, let's shake this machine. And we'd be like, you hear about Dante stole his mama credit card? Man, some people got no code. Hey, that old lady left her car unlocked, you know?
Take all the peppermints and the change. Let's go.
And the change, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that happened to me before, man. When I first moved out, when I got divorced, I was living in my own place, and I had to wash clothes, right, at the laundromat thing, and I had a roll of quarters in the cup holder.
Yep.
And dude,
Chick McAdoo style,
Chick McAdoo style, and I left the car unlocked and came back, roll of quarters gone. I'm talking about, I searched it. I'm like, I know these quarters. Yeah. I was searching my kids' backpacks. I'm like, they got one of my kids picked it up by mistake. And I said, somebody done took my roller cord. I couldn't wash my clothes or nothing, bro.
Damn.
Had to wait till the next paycheck, bro. Just holding on to them underwear.
Yeah, bro, man. The crazy part is you don't even need change anymore to go to a laundromat. Machines
now you can
credit cards. Yeah. That's wild. That is
They do your phone, man. They do your phone.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. Before we
Yeah,
go,
bro.
Ken, I just want to give a shout out to what me and Miguel just performed. Man, we did a wedding pavilion. They were having a charity for mental health. It was called the Rustica in Vero Beach. Never heard of this place before in my life. And before we got there, the street that we drove down was a dirt road. So to us black folks in the South, a dirt road is not a good sign, especially when you go into an all-white event. You're like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, let me call Michelle, tell her where I'm at real quick. So if I go missing, she know where to look, right?
Hey, fellas, we're not ready yet. Meet me at the tree in like 15 minutes.
What's the rope for? No reason.
Damn, I didn't know both of y'all was big boys. Hey, Randy, let's go to the oak tree instead.
Hey, Randy. It's always a Randy. But I got to say, shout out to Krista and Michael that own the Rustica place. We had an absolute ball at their charity event. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. Miguel called the whole entire place to their face the whites, and they seemed to like that a whole lot, man. We had a good time. He goes, I like you. You know, the whites. You guys are good.
So y'all all right, man. So we talk about y'all at the meetings a lot, but I'll let them know. You whites are good.
Ended up being a good thing. And we're hoping that they stay doing comedy, Ken, because the place is beautiful. The pay was great and the audience was on fire. So we hope they stay doing comedy, man. So yeah, shout out to them at the Rustic Cup. Before we have to go, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. Where you guys going to be performing this weekend for these people can come out and support you?
Oh man, I might be with Godfrey. But
nice.
I ain't gay. I might be. All his other openers can't make it, so Akeem is trying to get me that gig. So I might be with him this weekend at the Funny Bone. I do not know, but if not, then I'm gonna be at the beach with my family.
Oh, beautiful, man, beautiful. Miguel, what you doing this week?
This weekend, no shows. Let me double check. Yeah, because James booked me a show and they canceled on me. That's all right, James. That's cool.
All right, sorry, brother.
But I know this May 22nd, I will be with Ken Miller at the Monsters of Comedy show at the Funny Bone.
Woo! There you go. This Tuesday, I'm going to be hanging with my man Kevin Dean at Unico Gastro Bar. That's right. I'll be there on Tuesday. Guys, come on out there and support us. It seems to be a really good show. He's been growing that, man. Good for you, Kevin. And on Friday, I'm going to be at Winter Circle. I'm going to be hosting the Newlywed Game. So yeah, y'all want to come out, get some good food, and have us make fun of some married folk. Come out to Winter Circle on Friday. Then Saturday, I'm going to be performing in Jacksonville at the Deerwood Castle. That's right. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be me and Ali Flores. If you want tickets to any of those things, just check out my social media. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, man. We appreciate you. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We need more of you out there so we can keep this hilarity going for so much longer. On behalf of myself, Mr. James John, Mr. Ken Miller, a.k.a. I'm Happily Married, and Miguel Colon, don't you forget about the junior because he knows who his daddy is. Thank you guys for supporting us. We will see y'all tomorrow right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio, 104.1. We out. Ken, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed, and guess what, y'all? Akeem gay.
Game on.
We out.